Hello, my gorgeous Capricorn. Welcome back to Fifi and Gigi's tarot readings. I hope you're all feeling absolutely amazing. Now, Capricorn, as the most watched star sign out of all the other zodiac signs, you are the most watched consistently. You are the most watched. You tune in the most out of all the other zodiac signs. So as a thank you, Gigi and I always do your weekly love reading number one. We do it first thing Monday morning, so you don't have to wait too long. Now, I do want to jump in because I have been receiving quite a few emails of people that are a little bit confused of a situationship. So that term, apparently, it's not old, but it's not newish. But apparently, you know, a situationship is when we are with someone, but we really don't know, even after a period of a few weeks or a few months, where do we stand with them? You know, it's like, do they commit? Do they not commit? Are they hot? Are they cold? So we're in a situationship. We're not really in a relationship. We don't know what we are with this person. So, you know, usually if we're like this, it's because your person is not really, they're not fully committing, or they're kind of really acting out there. They're not showing up as they should, right? Like you should show up, they're not showing up. So let's see what is going on. Now, there will be an extended reading because I'm going to put a focus squarely on your person. Overall, of course, here on YouTube, I want to look at all the energies, right? Especially here with What's the Tea. I want to get a bit of a visual of what's going on. But over at the optional extended reading, I'm going to put a spotlight on your person. So that's going to offer you even more clarity, right? Even more insight or even confirmation of what you feel, what you know, what your gut instinct is telling you about that person. So I'll be using two completely different decks. They're lined up behind me, ready to use. So basically, there's going to be nowhere for your person to hide. For those that have seen my extended readings, you know I like to get straight to the point, and we're just going to put this, basically there's nowhere for your person to hide. It is a form of spying, yes it is, but we're doing it with good reasons. We're doing it with good intentions, especially if we don't know where we stand with this person. So if you are interested, the link to your optional extended reading will be in the description box below. It will be the very first link underneath all of the yellow stars. So let's jump straight in. We're going to take out maybe 5 to 6 cards, and I want to see kind of a bit of a visual of what is going on with you and your person. So I really, I feel for you, Capricorn, because it can be very frustrating, especially if this person wants to commit, then they don't commit. Then they say they call you and they don't. I've even heard, I saw an email over the weekend even of someone that has been with someone for more than a year, and it's still like a situationship. It's like, what are we? Are we official? Are we not? Am I wasting my time? Should I stay? Is there hope yet? So let's get 6 cards out. Then I'll be using the Pulp Tarot, and then the clarifying deck will be the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot card. So here we go. We've got 2 more. Last one. Also, don't forget this Saturday, what am I saying? This Saturday, 12 p.m., I'll personally be reading for you once more. I'll be doing your bonus weekend mini love tarot reading. Now, we've got bad reputation at the bottom. So it already seems that this person has left a little bit of a bitter, sour taste in your mouth, right? You're not really looking at them in a favorable light. For some of you, now this will not be for all of you. Perhaps you already know that this person has a reputation of probably jumping from one relationship to another here as well. But I feel like it's more for almost 99.9% of you. They haven't left a really good impression. So hence why you're probably watching this reading here. We also got creeping. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because if you're the one that's creeping, it's because you want answers. I would be doing exactly the same. This person definitely also, though, could be creeping on you if you're easily accessible online to see what's Capricorn up to. You know, are they single? Are they seeing someone? When really they should just show up as an adult. But let's get some cards here. Okay, ain't she? Okay, the card's already telling you. This is actually quite interesting, especially Capricorn. If you think that you're not good enough for this person, if they, for some reason or some level, if they made you feel lower than them, yeah, the cards are telling you no. In fact, I think you've got the upper hand here. What else do we have? This person could be a drama starter. They might have a lot of people around them, or even it could be your person, for example, that gets easily offended, right? And then they might block you. They're here today, gone tomorrow. It's hot, it's cold and all that. So, ooh. Are you talking to this person? For those that are not talking to this person, of course, they do want you back, but they really need a bit of an attitude adjustment here. I'm also picking up someone may have a tattoo. This person could be too busy winning. In other words, what's happening here, it's like, I need to focus on my career, my finances, my studies, and all this, when really, let's talk about a very well-balanced person can have it all as well. So this just could be an excuse. Let's see. Someone could be moving, literally changing jobs, changing residential address here. That could also be you thinking, should I be moving on here as well? I feel like your person is probably going back and forth, like they move on, so they don't talk to you after a disagreement or an argument. They could be very emotionally sensitive here, but then they want you back. Look, isn't it interesting? This says same she, yeah? Then we've got same she, different day. So there is something here about your person. There is a cycle here with your person that I think you're pretty much over. And I don't blame you one bit. So we're going to get straight to the tarot. What's really going on here? Six of Cups in the middle of the deck, Scorpio energy. I do see this person wants to reach out to you, but I feel like a lot of you are scratching your head. Some of you are probably really annoyed, but it's like you just want clarity. Like, why is this person, why can't they just be clear about the status of this connection? They come and they go. It's a bit Knight of Wands energy here today, gone tomorrow. A little bit of Knight of Swords as well. 3. Oh, we got one card that came out. That's going to be a highlighted message, or sometimes people call them bonus messages. Let's look at that first. What do we have? 6 of Swords, but it was actually reversed. Now, I don't read reverse cards, but I do respect the cards when I do see them reversed. This is Aquarius energy. So even if this is a long distance connection or not, I see here that mentally you do want relief. You want hope. You want answers. You want insight. But of course, when we have the 6 of Swords coming up reversed, it could be there's also, for you and your person, that resistance to move on. We're still holding on. I do believe there's something a little bit toxic about this person though. But look at that. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius energy. There's something about divine timing. But I do feel here, yes, this person wants to return, but they're also coming back with the same ego, the same drama. I feel like your person makes their life complicated. Your life is pretty simple, but then they kind of make your life a little bit complicated. The question is that wheel going to go forward or is it going to go back? Let's see. Yeah, it may go a little bit back because now we've got the 5 of Swords. So many of you do perceive your person as quite selfish. You saw them as breadcrumbing you, for example, promising you the world. You know, when this happens, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do that. They may have ghosted you. A lot of you may have feel used by this person. I do feel they are ruled a lot with their ego without even realizing this, right? So they prefer to be right than have peace here. So this is definitely something, yeah, like I said, there's that Knight of Wands in and out of your life. I think your person can be quite impulsive, but look what happens. Even your person ends up regretting their actions and their words towards you. The 5 of Cups, Scorpio energy. So your person is actually creating quite a toxic relationship here. And you're left scratching your head thinking, please, I'm hearing some of you saying grow up. But let's see. We've got the Fool in the middle, Aries energy. That's the first card of the Major Arcana. I do see that. And I love your heart here because you're trying to see the purity and the innocence. You're trying to see the good in this person, right? And of course, some of you may be tempted to start fresh because it's a card of new beginnings. But this time you've got your eyes wide open. Let's see. Yeah. I would not be surprised. I think you're really seeing this person for who they are. So don't be surprised. From 2 weeks onwards here, Libra energy, we've got that 2 of Swords. I feel like there's going to be a very important decision coming your way, right? Some of you may be a little bit avoidant, and that's okay because sometimes we're afraid to make the wrong decision, right? Especially because you have history or maybe still have feelings for this person. I can see they have let you down multiple times though. But when it's crunch time and that decision comes and we kind of reach a fork in the road, it's like, what's the most logical, decision here? Because I can see this person, I don't know why I feel like they get offended very easy. They can be quite emotional, so then they disappear, then they may block you and then they come back. And that's actually quite toxic. So I do see here a lot of you asking, I may love them, but is this really what I want though? Let's see. Yeah, the 2 moves over to the 3. Three of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, more Libra energy here. This person, unfortunately, they do a very good job of breaking your heart. And that's not a compliment to them. Yes, they may have put you in a third-party situation. That could literally be absolutely infidelity. Not always. Of course, it could be distance. It could be that they put materialistic things, work, finances, and career first. Maybe they put their friends, their ex, their family member, you know, even their work colleagues. If they're that delusional, they could actually do that. Of course, this is a card also of the chance, if you are willing and able to be vulnerable, to heal and to also forgive them. But they've done quite a lot of damage here. And I'm wondering, I need to see more cards to really see if this person is going to change. So that's why I can't wait to also do the extended reading, because like I said, you know, we're putting a spotlight here on you and your person. I see that you're doing a lot of thinking and a lot of ruminating, but in the extended, there's going to be nowhere for your person to hide. So let's continue. The Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, another card of brand new beginnings here. I don't know why, but I don't mean this in a bad way when I say your person can be a little bit delusional, but it's almost like I'm ready, I'm going to commit. Because I do feel like your person can be easily distracted. Like, not saying all Geminis are like this, but it's almost like, you know, they get bored very easy. They think they've got all the tools on the table to make this work. I do feel that sometimes even they know that they can kind of twist, manipulate conversations around here. So it is about brand new beginnings. And I feel like a lot of you want this person to be the one. It's like, I want to love them. I want to trust them. But I mean, how can we unfeel and unsee everything here? That's why I feel this is going to be a very important decision for you. It's because you do have feelings for them, but you don't want to be anyone's fool here, because that's pretty heavy energy. That's a lot of emotional regret, especially if you decided to be vulnerable with this person and they used it against you. So the shadow side of the Magician can be, of course, manipulation here and twisting conversations around. But yeah, I don't know. It's like them returning back. It's like, well, this time it's going to work though. But for that to work, they do need to change though. Okay, we do have the Star, Aquarius energy. Your person is very, very ambitious in other areas of their life. I have a feeling that your person is just naturally very good looking and they know it. They may actually be overly flirtatious, give too much attention to the wrong people except for you. And I feel like it's because they probably know that you'll always be around without them actually realizing now that you may actually cut them out. But the Star, again, is a card just like the Wheel of Fortune. They are cards of destiny, our timeline, right? They really want to heal this. Do you want to heal this? Again, you're at a crossroads, or I'm going to say like a fork in the road. This is like the first time where if this person were to return, you actually don't know if you can heal this. If you even want to heal this. As I can see, you put your emotions to the side. Now you're thinking very logical. You're a lot more clear-headed in the sense that that's great that they're back, but this cannot be always an on again and off again situation. No. All right, there we go. My apologies. I had to pause the video. My dog came and knocked the camera and the tripod over. So just make sure. That was a bit unexpected there. So there we go. So we're going back to the Star. You know, the Star is, we know it's like the one, right? We want this person to be our wish fulfillment, and they're hoping that you're going to see them, you know, as their wish fulfillment. The Star is all about healing. It's about hope, faith, renewal. Literally, can we wash away all the past pain? Because a lot of you are feeling very used by this person. I always feel like it's very one-sided as well. where it's like you can only be with them under their circumstances, under their rules here as well. So that star, as much as that we can have healing, doesn't mean you have to take them back, right? But this person has put you in a very clear situationship. And I don't think it's fair, especially if they say, let's nurture our friendship after so many months. No, it shouldn't take that long. Usually we know pretty soon if we want to be with this person romantically or not. Yeah, this is a bit of a deal of a pickle. Let's keep moving. Let's move on. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. Yeah, right underneath the influence of the 3 of Swords. So the 7 of Cups is Scorpio energy. And I feel here that your person showed you through their actions, not so much with what they said, but more with their actions. They may have pulled back, right? Suddenly they were non-committal. Suddenly there was commitment issues because this and this came up, or Capricorn said this to me, I got offended, so now I'm going to block them and I'll return when I feel like. So it's a little bit childish behavior here, but I feel like your person was entertaining other options here. They might still be entertaining other options. That's that whole delusional thing where they always think the grass is greener on the other side. So I've had tons of emails of people telling me that the dating culture right now is ruined, right? Because there's so many options that we think that, if we settle with this one, what if someone else is better and all this? So unfortunately, yeah, in a way it has kind of ruined that whole anticipation of going on the first date and all this. But the thing is, you need to understand this, Capricorn, now, is that the sock is on the other shoe. You may be a little bit emotionally overwhelmed or confused when this person returns, but now you've got options. You can actually say no to this person. We need to, let's do this. Yeah, ooh, okay. 9 of Cups. The only way to salvage the same she, different day. This is the minor arcana of the star, by the way. 9 of Cups, Pisces energy, is a wish card as well. This person really needs to step up. This relationship needs a massive dose here of emotional healing, emotional harmony here. Your person cannot always treat this as if it's like a great big party here as well. And now you're wondering if this person even is the one. Do I even want to be in this situationship? 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Yeah, a lot of you don't even trust this person. Ooh. Yeah, they have not made it easy, and I'm going to be very honest, it doesn't look good for them. For you, you may even have your own options, and you have every right to, but it's not looking good for them. I feel like there's been lies, there's been manipulation here. A lot of you feel very just used, abused, thank you, ma'am, sir, and they're out of here. I think they've consciously put you in a situation, but now they want to come back, and that's very interesting because they want to be the one. I feel like it's like they don't want to see you with anyone else. They could be quite jealous, have a bit of a jealous streak, a bit of an envious streak here. I'm almost getting that they're also a little bit jealous of your success when you get attention. 2, last one. This is very interesting reading because this person, what could have been a very simple relationship, they have really complicated it. Yeah, so we've got you at the bottom, regardless of your gender, the King of Earth, King of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. A lot of you know that you deserve better. And if you were to take this person back, for example, it's like, well, you got to step up. You've got to match my energy here. Yeah, see, you still have that. That's why I like to shuffle on camera. You're not trusting this person. 7 of Swords is actually telling you to proceed with caution here, to be aware. And you are aware. And you actually are aware of all the consequences as well, Capricorn. We know it's about lying, cheating, stealing. After all, as we can see, the person there, the child is selling the apples, but we've got a child there. What are they doing? They're stealing the apples. So it's not looking good. Yeah, we got that 7 of Cups again. Some of you have already decided to move forward with that 6 of Swords again. Lo and behold, we also have the High Priestess, Pisces energy, the keeper of secrets. I don't like the fact that your person is also keeping secrets. That is very interesting. But you see, that is also your spirit team protecting you. And look what's going to happen here. We've got the Sun, Leo energy. That's my #1 favorite card. It's a card of illumination. So whatever was hidden, this is what you need to really understand. That upon this person's return, your spirit team are going to make sure that anything that was hidden, anything that didn't make sense, or anything that you are unaware of yet, they're going to make sure that they're going to put a spotlight on this relationship. Yeah, look at that. In the meantime, we have you. Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. And you're pretty closed off. This is a bit of resistance here to this person. You're not telling them your true thoughts, your true feelings, your next move. Why? Because you're not trusting them. And I feel here that I want you to cut yourself some slack here, because, you know, they may regret what they've done, but you need to have a clear conscience here as well, because you entered this relationship with the very best intentions here, Capricorn. And it's not fair for you to carry all this emotional pain and burdens. Yeah. Let's talk about that Two of Swords, please. Okay, I see some of you will make a decision to take action, to get closer, because the Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, just like the King of Wands, they take action. Perhaps because you want to get something off your chest. Maybe you're just curious to see, have they really changed? I just need that confirmation, right? Let's see. So I see that you will be taking action. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, sometimes taking that action gives you the clarity that you need. Let's talk about that Three of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Virgo energy. That's the dream life manifested. I'm wondering, for some of you, you may have found out either they were also committed to someone else. I mean, I do feel there was other options here as well. It's like you want that dream life manifested, a loyal, loving, stable, trustworthy, respectful relationship, but they gave you the complete opposite here. So that's a real shame. But I see you taking action. You want answers here. Let's see the Magician, please. Yeah, there's definitely going to be lines of communication are going to reopen again with that Three of Cups. Can represent any timeline within 3 months. We've got Cancer energy right there. Any third party, like I said, it could be romantic, but this is also the friendship and the family card. So it could mean maybe it was a sibling, it was a friend, a family member here, a child on their end. A case of the ex where there's no love there, I can say. They might have been lying and also manipulating this person. So what happens is, instead of listening to you or turning to you, they turn to other people. But I do see that there will be a reunion here. But some of you might want to keep it only kind of as like keep them in the friend zone. It's like, you put me in a situationship, so I'm going to friend zone you. What is a Star healing and or overcoming? Okay, the Nine of Swords. See that mental stress? This is a highly mental stress card, mental burdens. So maybe some of you have Gemini in your chart. You don't have to, but you know, that is about sleeplessness. It's about negativity. It's about worry here. But what I love is that the Star is going to be healing you. I think you're going to make a decision here. Either you're going to get a lot off your chest and then you'll take it from there, or you'll just say, you know what? It ends here, because the fact that you left me alone like this, how can we unsee this and unfeel it? I do feel this person may have abandoned you one too many times. And who was left alone to pick up the pieces? It was you. That's why the Star is desperately there to heal you, perhaps to guide you to the right person. But Seven of Cups, please. Queen of Swords. Someone here could be separated or divorced. The sword is pointing down. There is a lot here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy that your person would love to explain themselves, right? I don't know what on earth they're going to explain themselves, because they were very conscious in the decision of what they were doing, right? But it's almost like, you know, they're going to say, you know, please, at least you're going to say, humor me, at least, you know. But this is like literally the master of communication here. I feel like they're going to, they may actually very well tell you the truth. That's why the Sun is there. You know, anything that were hiding, that were not being honest about, if there were other options, I'm seeing that there was. Self-sabotage, I think they're going to call themselves out and tell you the truth. Wow, that is interesting. There's going to be a very important conversation coming up. I am seeing two queens, definitely, you know. I am seeing a third party, but I want to talk about you here. Let's see, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So a lot of you may be very resistant first to the idea. Your walls are all the way up here, I can see. But you're being protected by your spirit team. You're being very resilient. And also, you're prepared for whatever this person is going to say to you. But that's the wounded warrior. There is a part of you that's not giving up on this person. The only thing you want is the truth, though. I want to get a bonus message. Yeah, we've got too many queens here. It's like the same thing if I saw too many kings. Yeah, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy here. This is a whole situation of, you know, you want to be in a beautiful traditional relationship. You know, that dream life manifested. I feel like your person has or did have someone here on the side, and I don't like that one bit. And I don't see, yeah, you get, like, I wanted to get an extra one. You're going to get all the clarity you need with that Ace of Swords. They want a brand new beginning. I feel like it's going to be quite challenging, like a challenging beginning here. But I feel like you're going to hear this person out. But then you've got a lot that you want to get off. There's so much injustice, so much unnecessary stress they put on your head, on your shoulders, on your back, that you're going to sleep a lot better. But I'm just going to tell you right now, this situationship was all caused by your person. You did nothing wrong. And I do feel, yes, they want you back. But with that Seven of Cups that came out twice, I feel like this person can get easily bored, or I feel like they're also under probably a negative influence here from someone very close to them. Doesn't have to be romantic though. So I'm just going to say absolutely to get ready, because this is a card where we have to prepare ourselves, right? And that's why you're questioning, is this person really the one? I may forgive them. Hey, I may even still love them, but are they the right person for me? They are returning. This situationship is still very complicated. So can this turn into a relationship? Let's check out your optional extended reading. I'm going to jump straight in. And like I said, I'm going to put a spotlight on your person. I'm going to make sure that we find out everything about your person. Especially if they're hiding anything else or anything else that we didn't pick up here. Let's look at the extended reading. The link is in the description box below. It is the very first link underneath all the yellow stars. What I really want to look out for in the extended reading is, has your person really changed, right? Because I can see that there is regret. I see that they want to talk to you and all this, but I don't want that to be short-lived. I want to see some cards that show an internal change, an internal shift, and a wake-up call here. So there's going to be a very big conversation coming up here about, well, you know, let's start again. But what I love here is that you're a lot more wiser now. So let's do that extended reading. Let's put a spotlight on them. As I always say, we're having a peek over the fence, and I'm going to dissect everything about your person, what they did to you and what they want right now. So let's do that. I'll see you on the other side. I'll also see you this Saturday for your bonus weekend mini love tarot reading. Power to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Capricorn.